Tachyon of Galaxy. I swear, bro. They just take two words out of a card's name, throw them in a random order, and put an "of" in the middle of it. You ain't slick, Konami. Is Tachyon of Galaxy worth investing in? Well, let's have a look at what we've got. Galaxy Eyes, Dark Magician, Cyburst, Shiranui, and generic zombie support. Alright, I'll try to stay composed. Let's just jump into it. For a little bit of context, there's a new character coming into the game who plays Galaxy Eyes, and he's coming with a skill that's going to make it a lot easier to summon the rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz. We don't know what all that character's level up rewards will be just yet, so there may still be support yet to come other than the cards in this box, but we can at least talk about what we've got here. For this deck, we've got 2 new Xyz monsters from this box, 1 new Link monster, 3 new main deck monsters, and a new quick play spell. The new rank 4 Star Leash Photon Blast Dragon, when it's Xyz summoned, it'll summon any Photon monster from your hand, and while it's on the field, it prevents the opponent from targeting or destroying any monsters that have 2000 or more attack. The only unfortunate thing being that he himself only has 1800 attack, so he won't be protecting himself unless you can find a way to boost his attack. He also has a quick effect to detach a material to revive a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your grave or banish pile, so it's good for extra extension and extra survivability alongside that protection. The other Xyz Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, not gonna lie to you guys, he has a lot of text that basically says if you can get him into the battle phase, you're looking pretty good. You'll likely be able to attack for game that turn. Don't worry, I'll talk about it more in the advanced guide. And to keep it a buck, I don't really want to talk about this Link monster that in depth either, because it's also pretty much an OTK card. And for real, Galaxy Eyes doesn't lack good OTK cards as it is. This is not the aspect of the deck that needs to be stronger, because for real, this deck is already plenty good at OTKs, but that protection effect from the new rank 4 is really nice. The real heat when it comes to the Galaxy Photon theme is the new main deck monster. Galaxy Soldier is a level 5 that can discard a light monster to summon itself, and then once per turn search another copy of itself, so you can then summon that new one, but the new one won't get to search, of course. And the big benefit of this is that if you have the right amount of discard fodder, this guy can help you make rank 5 Xyz while filling your grave with cards to potentially revive. Cyber Dragons might actually be really happy to have this as another way to get out Pleiades or Vimana, and technically they can search for it with a Cyber Emergency because it is a light machine that can't be normal summoned, but of course you might be able to get a similar benefit with a new Galaxy deck. Nebula Dragon can reveal another level 8 dragon in your hand to special summon both itself and that dragon from the hand, so that's a nice and easy way to go for rank 8 plays, but it does lock you into light and dark dragons for the turn. Starleash Seifert can send dragons from hand and field to grave in order to search for a light or dark dragon whose level equals the total levels of the dragons you send. Generally, the idea is you can send a level 4, including itself, to search a level 4 dragon, or you could send 2 level 4s to search for a level 8, or you could send a level 8 to search for another level 8. This is going to be cool for consistency, and for real might actually be really nice in Thunder Dragons to search for Levianeer, while also filling the grave with lights and darks for its summon. Technically, this card isn't actually in the box, but Galactic Spiral Dragon might be played in Galaxy Eyes. It's an event card, but it special summons itself if you control 2 or more light or dark dragon monsters. You can also make all of your monsters level 8 for the turn to help you with your Xyz play. With all these new cards for the deck and the new skill support, I think the deck's going to be a lot more consistent when it comes to getting out rank 8s. The only worry I have is whether the deck is actually going to have any viable turn 1 game plan, because if it doesn't, then it's just going to get squashed whenever it goes first. So we got this new quick play spell, Successor Soul, that tributes a monster you control to send an opponent's effect monster to the grave, and then special summon a level 7 or higher normal monster from the deck. You can only attack with 1 monster that turn. I really don't think that Blue Eyes and Red Eyes are going to be wanting to tribute a monster like that, but in Dark Magician, the Rod and Apprentice would be prime real estate for tributing to get Dark Magician out. I do want to mention that if you look at this card as just a way to summon Dark Magician, you might be looking at it from the wrong angle. You can kind of see this like a quick play Ballista Squad. It can interrupt the opponent or break the opponent's board at the exact moment that you want it to, and the fact that it gives you a Dark Magician for your troubles is gravy. My favorite thing about this though is that if the opponent wants to chalice my Magician's Rod while they control a monster, I can chain this from my hand to tribute my Rod, get rid of their monster, still get my Rod's effect off, and get a Dark Magician on board nice and easy, potentially even triggering the Magician's Circle to banish a card. There is the downside that if you don't control a monster, and if your opponent doesn't control a monster, you can't activate this, but it's still a solid interruption that gives you a lot of value for using it, so at least consider this for your Dark Magician deck. Cyber's got a bunch of support that's going to help its synchro strategy. Of course, we got the fusion cyber strategy before and the ritual strategy, and obviously all cyber strategies are link strategies, so it's only really a matter of time before this came. They also got a skill that makes it easier to play with, and everything is revolving around Cyber Synchron, who is technically searchable with tuning. We may have to wait and see whether they actually get any synchros worth summoning though, because I don't think that this synchro here is all that impressive. Alright, Undead Army. Now we can finally start talking about the parts of this box that actually matter. Shiranui's got a new skill that actually makes it worth playing. It puts Spectral Sword in the grave at the start of the duel, so you don't have to wait a turn to use its graveyard synchro summon effect. And the skill also lets you discard one of your level 4s to search any Shiranui card, so you'll have a nice and easy way to put your Shiranuis in there so you can synchro with all those materials nice and easy and trigger those Shiranui banish effects nice and easily. Being able to search any Shiranui card is also pretty helpful, and the skill also supports the Shiranui synchros and link strategy, giving you ways to recycle them. So with Shiranui, the combos we had to wait to do before, we can just do them turn 1 without needing to wait anymore, pretty much fixing the archetype overall. The new link monster we got though is the Link 3 Shiranui Skill Saga Supremacy. It protects your fire monsters from battle and your synchro monsters from effect destruction. It has a quick effect to special summon one of your zombie synchro monsters from the banish pile. The skill actually lets you banish a couple synchros from your extra deck when you shuffle your links and synchros back, so this way you could banish Sun Saga, and then when you revive it with Skill Saga, it can use its effect to shuffle the rest of your synchros into the extra deck and non-target pop a card for each of those synchros. So it's a pretty nice inherent interruption with protection that the deck can pull off now. I'm already in the kitchen with this one, so you'll see what I can come to when this deck drops. We already knew that Shiranui was coming because the Shiranui skill actually got data mined, so you can imagine my delight when I saw that we are also getting pretty much everything that was missing for the zombie world strategy. We got Doom King Baladruk to negate a non-target banish as interruptions, we got Necroworld Banshee to give us easy access to zombie world, we got Unizombie to fill our grave with the zombies we need, we got Mizuki as the zombie monster reborn that you can even play in Mayakashi to send with Yuki Musume, we got Shinobi Necro as a potential tuner that we might be able to use, we got Jackabolin to help us extend and potentially help us in the grind game. And honestly bro, there's just too much zombie strategies that Duel Links now has available to go over here. Just know that undead duelists have a lot to be happy about right now. Alright, there's a lot of yapping in this video about deck types, but let's review the contents of this box. The Galaxy Eye support is solid, and it makes the deck a lot better at playing through interruptions with all of these special summons. But at the end of the day, this box isn't enough to make the deck competitive unless we also get some cards to give us a stronger turn 1 survival game plan. Like perhaps Photon Lord being a level up reward or something. If that does happen, then you can count this box as being really good to support that deck, but the fact will still remain that Photon Galaxy cards are still scattered around multiple boxes. And we still have yet to receive Photon Sanctuary in a box, so you just know more support is going to be coming out for the theme. So this is just one box out of the many that are going to make this archetype pretty damn expensive just to not have a good turn 1 play. Shiranui and Mayakashi did just get all of their stuff reprinted in a pickup box, so it would be really easy to complete those archetypes, and all you'd really need to complete Shiranui is at least one copy of this Link monster, so only needing to go into this box one time for Shiranui is really damn good value for this box. While I am a huge fan of zombies, I do have to worry about Effect Veiler on Unizombie, ED Crow on pretty much any zombie at all, and Cosmic Cyclone on Zombie World. The Zombie World deck type really does have a lot of cards it doesn't want to play against. Maybe myself and other zombie enthusiasts will be able to cook up a really great game plan for zombies that doesn't lose so hard to these cards. But at least for the moment, it is tough to say whether this deck will be all that competitive. The Cyber stuff, I'm not gonna lie, does look pretty bad to me. I could definitely be proven wrong though. I do think if you're a Dark Magician player, you'll appreciate the Successor Soul, but at the same time, I wouldn't exactly call the card mandatory. I also think that the Galaxy Soldier is really fantastic support for Cyber Dragons, so I'm looking forward to see if we can cook with that. You guys know I absolutely love all kinds of zombie decks. Shiranui, Mayakashi, Vendread, Zombie World, Ghostrix, Skull Servants. If it's a zombie, I'm probably a fan of it. And this whole mini box really feels like a dream come true for me. But if I'm gonna be honest to you guys, and tell you whether I think you guys should invest best in this box? Well, simply put, if you are a fan of the deck types that are supported in this box, then the support itself is really damn good. So if you want it, you should get it. But if you are looking for a higher value box, this isn't it. I'll give this box 3 stars out of 5 because it's really damn good support, but it's not a box people should really be worried about going to if they aren't interested in the deck types supported by it. But I want to know how you guys feel about this box. What would you rate it out of 5, and what cards are you excited about from this box? And if you like the video, then be sure to slap a like now, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell to get notified every time we make a new video. Have yourselves a good one, guys, and I've been Undead from Team 6K, signing out.
Hey, why they gotta hate on me? I done got me 250,000 views and they still saying they low key. They ain't wanna come work with the kid, but I'm flexing with Zay on beats. How they ask for a spot at the gym, but they leave all the weight on me. I don't ask them to wait on me. They would ask where they gon' be with a song if they wanted the weatherman. I ain't asking to pay no fees. She was homeless and needed a spot. I ain't ask her to pay no lease. I ain't ask her to say no please. I ain't ask her to make no cheese. Scream fake, but it ain't on me. Got clean so it ain't no streets. Why green if it ain't no keeps? Brought cream so it ain't no beef. My team say it ain't no chief. My demon, they hang on me. They seemingly ain't no peace. I seen him, he ain't no beast. For real.